YouTube, what's good? It's your boy CDotty. Today we have the most wanted car theft and thief in America by that boy Tommy G, man. Tommy G is on a fucking tour around the world right now. I don't know where they're at, but I'm pretty sure he's in a different spot than he was last video. On the road to 3,000, on the road to 20,000 on Instagram, CDottyYT. Let's get into this long 43-minute video. Yacht.
A local car dealership is hoping that you can help find more than a dozen cars stolen over 2 days. Surveillance video shows 3 masked men entering the service area and taking 5 vehicles. That was just the beginning.
Now, once it tells me the pin, I'm good to go. Okay? There. Now look. You drive.
It's almost like trying to guard LeBron James.
This would be a payday for me. I like this. This is money. Right here. Probably 2 people in the United States that do that. Hellcats are not hard for me to take. I even carry a red key everywhere I go.
That nigga said 2 people.
My personal record is like 15.
So this nigga's trying to stay undercover as fuck. This nigga's wanted, bitch. Oh, he's actually wanted. The hell?
Respectfully, after meeting their employees, I know they're not gonna chase me. So I would take that literally right out the line, drive it out the line, wave at them as I'm leaving.
In 2023, over 1 million cars were stolen in America. The business of car theft is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now, we've all heard of Kia and Hyundai
Nigga
boys
said, I know they're not gonna chase me.
USB cord to steal your car quickly, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. On encrypted platforms like Discord and Signal, there are thousands of car thieves conspiring and orchestrating sophisticated heists. They can steal luxury vehicles from your own driveway while you sleep. They can steal cars from heavily guarded and fenced-in auto dealerships, and they know how to wipe VIN numbers clean so they can put your car in somebody else's name. Today, we connect with one of America's most notorious car thieves, and this is his resume. He's the record holder for RST thefts. He's stolen cars in nearly every U.S. state. He's done dozens of high-speed chases from police cars and helicopters, and he's on the run right now from U.S. Marshals. For reasons we'll reveal later,
Marshals, nigga, what?
And show us an inside look at the business of car theft. Buckle up, folks. This episode is truly a wild ride. Given the nature of what Felix does for work, he wanted our first meeting to be in a private and secure location. So I sent him the coordinates for an abandoned building by my house and told him to meet me on the 2nd floor.
We're meeting our contact in an abandoned building, and he's gonna take us deep into this world.
Let's get it. Let's get into it.
Hi, Joe.
Nigga said no.
You're not the guy we're supposed to be meeting, are you? Okay. Yeah. We gotta see if it's legit, but the stuff he says he gets into is real deal. Heist, real deal.
Damn.
Moving cars, moving units in hidden dealerships, which to me sounds like an insane job. But he said 2nd floor on the right. This is kind of an interesting meeting spot. Felix? What's happening? Good to meet you. This is your normal type of meeting spot?
W Tommy G, that boy blurred out his voice too.
Anything taking cars. Luxury can be basic cars, but of course I like the more expensive the better.
Are we talking dealerships, driveways, parked cars?
All of the above, but my preferred dealerships are easier to get, but I can take a car from anywhere. Anybody's yard, their driveway, garage, wherever, it doesn't matter to me, to be honest.
Is that a stressful job?
Sometimes when you have a lot of close calls, but I think for the most part, no. I'm used to it now. I've been in it for a little bit. I know how to move and get away, so as long as I have, all the tools available for me to make it home, I'm pretty confident in what I do.
What is it you got there?
This is a little device. These are Chinese.
He got gloves on too.
Everything taken apart. Of course, I got nicer devices than this, but this is basically just a basic one.
Can that take my car? I got a 2017 Chevy Cruze.
On the list, so we don't try it.
Okay, before we put my car to the test, let's talk a little bit more. I want to get to know you. It would seem to me that you gotta live in a world of secrecy.
100%. I mean, secrecy is everything. And, if somebody knows who you are, basically, they have everything about you. So, keeping myself secure and not letting people know who I am is like priority in this case. This, is not just Kia boy stuff. This is taking millions of dollars in cars from certain places. Somebody's going to get upset.
How did you get into it?
just by chance, you know, I ran into a group of people online that were selling cars with no titles, and I figured it out pretty quick that these aren't legal cars, and bought my first pad rig like this, spent my money, and here I am. You can count on my hands the people that are probably maybe close to me or maybe
Yeah, bro, what?
If you're scared, you gotta stay away from this because fear is the number one thing that's gonna get you caught. If you walk into a situation questioning the what ifs, they're gonna happen. If I'm going in to do something, I'm going in clear-headed with the intentions of doing it, and I'm with a plan, and I'm methodical about it.
What does your family think about this?
Shit with a plan.
They think I'm crazy. They think I'm taking unnecessary risks, but at the same time, I think they see the benefit of it all. You know, they worry when they don't hear from me for days at a time, but I usually tell them, when you don't hear from me, it's alright. That means I'm not in no trouble, I'm not in any situation. So yeah, outside of that, they just want me to get in and get out. You know, they never wanted this to be forever.
Damn, that nigga.
Oh, too many to count. There's been a lot of situations.
That nigga family was like, hey, that's tough, but they see how much bread that nigga bringing in, they just
I've been surprised.
don't get caught, boy.
You know, officers just walking down the lot, they got smart and stopped pulling up immediately, and they'll start walking through the lot trying to catch us. There's been a lot of situations where I barely made it out. I've had to take them on long hikes through the woods and stuff.
You take a car through the woods?
No, on foot. Usually, yeah, I'm on foot at that point. But if I can, I'll drive a truck through the field and push it as far as I can before it dies.
Do you know people that died in this game?
100%. I've known a lot of people who've taken extreme risks, think they're invincible behind the wheel of this car. When you're coming 150 miles an hour, cars crumble like old paperweight. So a lot of people have lost their lives. And I've had people who just disappeared on me when they were out doing missions, and you know, either they're in jail or dead, and you'll never know.
If you got offered a normal,
crazy.
decent salary, good salary, would you take it?
100%. I would get out of this right at this very moment. I could throw all my shit in the lake and never look back. And I don't want to die doing this, you know. I love my family. I want to go back home to them.
So that didn't get your blood going at all?
This nigga's, he's capping. He's got it. This nigga's capping.
Did you really take my car? You gonna damage it at all?
Not at all. This is one of the easiest. GM is so easy to take. It's non-intrusive. They won't even know that I tried to take it. So you go to GM, manual, USA, 17 to 19, smart key. Let's go give it a whirl.
The hell? So this nigga has a tablet that does this shit?
Basically what you're waiting for is the pin to be read, and once that pin's read, we can start it.
And that's it?
That's it. And you see your car even's letting you know, yo, your theft deterrent system's going off. But the car is so broken that we can just take it. And now we're in business. Now we can take this and ride around the city and get some more cars. Let's go.
Someone can literally take my car, put it in their name, and just that's it?
Enough paperwork. Pushing paper. You can have everything really in this world cleaned up. And I'm so confident. For the most part, I'm not even in the car. What? I'm just driving around normal. And I know nobody can even really look for this car.
Alright guys, mission complete. We'll see you in the morning when we hit the dealership.
A car dealer in Wisconsin was kind enough to let us come into his
this nigga
dealership
knows
and
too
let
much.
Felix the car thief show us how he does his heists. The dealer's name is Dan Kunes of the Kunes Auto Group, and over the last couple years, car theft has negatively impacted his business. Felix conveyed that he was trying to get out of the car theft business, so we thought meeting with Dan could both be an audition for a potential security job of stopping other car thieves and a way for Felix to consult Dan on how to improve security at his lots. And Dan, being a Christian man who believes in giving people a chance, agreed to let Felix in, even though it was a risky idea. This is what happened when car thief met car dealership owner.
Let's see. I don't think he's gonna take it, but hopefully he does, man. Stop taking the risk. That boy got the cross on top of the dealership. That's what's up.
In a car that's not hot.
Crazy feeling, bro. I'm almost feel like I gotta drive it a little bit more safer. Like a grandma, you know? Oh, see, this is all money to me. See all the right here? That's all money.
This is it.
Oh, I like this truck. See, if you want to keep your shit from getting stolen, buy a Ford. Those are the hardest ones to take nowadays.
He said he liked your truck.
Yeah, I love the Shelby Raptors. Great truck.
I was a TRX guy before.
Oh, I love TRX. That's my favorite truck. That's one of my favorite trucks right there.
Silverado?
71 package.
That's it?
Yup. The RSD package of these Chevys, they're
For the money, yeah.
4s are the average person can't do 24s. They're hard enough. They like to have a separate cab. And GM,
Yo, hopefully this nigga gets to the job, bro. That'd be crazy. Come on.
Right now, generate the pin, but these aren't impossible. It's literally just buying a new piece of tool. I just haven't bought it.
And this is online.
Amazon's the biggest contributor to this, 110%. They're selling OEM keys, locksmith and tools, anything. You can buy key cutters on Amazon. Like, that's ridiculous. A lot of these guys are sophisticated. They got key cutters, so if they're coming into the lot, they're taking the VIN down, they're getting the key cut by the VIN, and they're coming opening the door like they own it.
To learn more about how stolen
Amazon
cars get
supporting
lost,
thieves.
tap in with our New York correspondent, Mbox.
That's
Mbox is a
crazy.
rapper who has many songs covering the illicit car business, and you'll hear his music throughout this episode.
They finna be
and it's
selling
linked in the
fucking
description.
bombs
Here's
next.
what Mbox found out about Vinland.
So just GLES stole the keys from your mom. Once you yank out the tracker, switch your place, and you're gone. I got the drop on a crib that got an RS Avant. Ride around the city just waiting for us.
Okay, so let's say I have $5,000. I give you that money with the stolen car. What's gonna happen?
I'm gonna have my guys disassemble your windshield. They're gonna peel the stickers off the door. They're gonna re-engrave the VIN numbers wherever it needs to be re-engraved. Common points of the car where it needs to be re-engraved is like the engine bay or sometimes.
Nigga can do shit with the VIN numbers too. That is crazy.
Which are all the VINs that you cover?
So on the BMW sticker, typically, we change the sticker behind the license plate. We change the 2 stickers that are on the door, the tire, and the VIN information. We re-engrave the engine bay VIN number.
Because it's not a sticker, it's actually engraved.
Yeah, it's engraved into the metal.
Also, I know we had said something about the actual VIN in the computer. What comes out, so when you do the swap, what does the new VIN look like?
So that's the add-on to the swap price. It's typically ranges from like $2,500 to $5,000 to reprogram the ECU.
Okay, and what is reprogramming the ECU entail?
So we delete the old number, VIN number, and we put the new one back on.
You delete the stolen VIN number.
Right. And so basically,
Then he
all
said,
they do
right.
online is just hop in and program a key and be gone in 30 seconds. And the most sophisticated dealers, so Aston Martin dealership, they had the whole security and everything. They didn't even know how to say it.
We had a guy 2 nights ago go to our Sycamore store. Took a Camaro in 6 minutes. Pulled up.
That's slow.
It seems slow, but
It's too slow. I'm gonna show you how these Camaros are started. You're gonna be absolutely sick. You're gonna be like, I don't even understand why this is possible.
really.
Yeah. If it took him 6 minutes, he sucks at his job. 100%. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even 100 miles that way into Chicago, this dealership would be getting.
This nigga said he's ass.
Absolutely no good. 9 times out of 10, those aren't even hardwired directly for video feed. That's gonna be wireless, and they only use a power source. I turn on a Wi-Fi jammer, no good. That shit's done. You know those police boxes they're trying to get you guys to buy with the lights and everything? Trash. Don't even buy it because the jammer, no cellular service, it doesn't work.
Right off.
No, cuts it right off. Everything in a 50-meter area.
Yo, this nigga is.
The OnStar, none of that.
Everything.
Yeah, that's another
This
side of
nigga
the thing where you
is
can
on
profile
timing.
on the fake profiles.
What?
Selling them the new thing right now.
That nigga said.
Cars being traded in. Yeah, they're only trading them in with only 2 keys, and there's 3 keys in the system. Gotta have your guys start pulling lots of devices.
They're getting clean title.
Yep, the big titles. And guess who's the #1 producer of that? China. People will ask for like, hey, I have a clean title for a 2024 Grand Cherokee. Buy me a 21 because it's the same body style, and they'll buy the sticker, swap it, and use the clean title to come and sell it back to the dealer. Or Carfax not fake either. I can have somebody generate a Carfax history behind the pages in, and you'll look at it and go, oh, it's all they've been maintaining this car since the day that, and it's not even. It's so bad. I can have GM acknowledge an MCO, which is a manufacturer certificate of origin, and they didn't even produce it. How is that possible?
Because they're just.
This nigga is smart as shit, bro. Get this nigga.
And
Get this nigga a job, bro.
$1 fraud scheme that doesn't just end at stolen cars. It goes into everywhere. Credit cards, human trafficking, theft, burglary. A lot of these 1500s, these are being used as rammers. These are just being used to take other more expensive cars or to take down store buildings, you know, to go
That
into
nigga's-
everything.
That nigga said, fuck your car and jam that hoe.
I've never been inside a dealership like this before, at least not being allowed to, you know. I've actually never even bought a car from a dealership. 100% a necessity thing where, you know, if I don't do this, you know, my daughter doesn't go to school, or, you know, food doesn't get put on the table. And see what I'm wearing, this is what I wear.
Oh, he got a daughter.
Louis Vuitton is not my thing. I'm a 4.0 student in real life. Yeah, college.
I don't think you could be dumb and do this job.
100%. I'm not
He
gonna
said
make this
4.0 college
if I need
student.
an Escalade, or I want a Charger, or a 2500 Dodge truck, I'll even take a Honda Civic if it's worth enough to me. This is a universal. It's in the shape of a Dodge key, but this is a universal key. How you can tell is it has no car figurine. So I either have a car or have an SUV. So I can take this and generate this with my tab and make this a 2023 Honda Civic key. I plug up into the Honda Civic and the car will think this is a OEM key.
I mean, shit. When I think about it, but he can't even work there now. Shit. That's all I gotta say. He can't even work there now.
Take all these at the same time.
It's too late.
And it's worse that you have them right here. This is like, and there's no cameras, you're asking me to come.
So what would you recommend this guy do?
Camera, loudspeaker. Part of me changed when I seen the guy get really upset about his car, and I was like, you know, why should he care? He has insurance. But then, you know, after kind of reading what he said online, it kind of touched me. It's like, hey, some of this stuff is sentimental to these people. People work hard for this. You know, they don't want their stuff just getting taken. There's no way you're getting what this car's worth. This car, for example, is only worth $1,000 in the street, maybe $500.
This car?
Yeah.
It's only worth $1,000.
$1,000 each, maybe $500 to be honest with you.
How?
It ain't worth nothing. It's a 15. It's one of those things that's so old that people aren't even gonna like really want it. Somebody took this, it would just end up as being used as a striker to take other cars.
And then does this lead to stuff like drive-bys or
Drive-bys, robberies, burglaries. I mean, for all we know, people could be using these cars to kidnap people. We don't know. What car is this? A Tahoe? Or is it?
Tahoe, yeah.
So this takes more time than it's gonna take me to grab this car.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
Keys are over here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get through.
You wait for the blue light. When it's blue, it means you're ready to work. So you see how it's blue? Now you just go to hot function, add a keys pin. This is the glitch. This is the how everybody's taking GMs. And but see, this is the thing. This is not even the nice tablet. This is a cheap tablet that you can buy for. The alarm might go off. No alarm. See? When it's unlocked, there's no alarm. Right now, it should be going beep, 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 beep. And then once it reads the pin, you don't touch anything.
Crazy.
But you see, reading pin. Now, once it tells me the pin, I'm good to go.
That's why we're going
There. Now look. You drive. And look, but this is the even crazier part. I can now take this and start another car.
on the line.
Oh shit. All over the top. Okay, will you be my witness in court
got
that I
you.
wasn't? Okay.
I got
Oh, there he goes.
Just like that. There's no stopping him. It's almost like trying to guard LeBron James.
This would be a pain.
Can't do it.
It's not mine.
Basically, you can't stop him. That's basically what he said. You cannot stop this nigga.
A lot of people, when they take these, they forget that there's no key, because there's no key for this. So if they turn it off to get gas, oh shit, I forgot. This goes. Wow. Until you completely shut it off, like look. Now it's free. Now you know. Now you're not restarting.
Gotcha.
But you gotta plug back up and do that again. Sometimes there's cars that I will never even program a key for. I'll just drive it with that.
Well, first, what's the MSRP of a car like this?
Retail, I would guess 25 grand.
What do you think he's selling it?
Almost like half, 15 grand. That's maybe.
He said he's going for between $500 and $1,000. So they're not even using these to drive unless it's like a kid. Maybe a kid wants to use it for a drive-by or just wants to be
Okay,
cool in the
yeah.
hood and drive around and pick up their girlfriend from high school. But for the most part, these are actually being used to drive through the fences
Damn.
or take the damage for the more valuable
For the
cars.
better cars. It's almost hard to fathom.
That is crazy.
And just like that, a car's off the lot. So now what happens? The car just goes off the lot. What happens now?
Sometimes we don't even know. And somebody will just realize, oh, wait, where'd that car go? So then we look at our security footage, call our security team, then call the police. Our recovery rate is not great for getting them back. Some of the Hellcats and stuff, yes. But there's some stuff we never see again.
Who takes the hit on this?
Hopefully, the insurance company. From a dealership standpoint, it's cost us more than $500,000. They still help.
Damn.
Insurance is $100 grand. If we recover it, then we only get 60% of the value from the insurance company, so call it 60 grand.
If you recover the stolen
If
vehicle.
we recover the stolen vehicle, yep. And if we don't, then hopefully insurance covers it, but our premiums have almost doubled since all this. We have attorneys working on it daily, not just to try to get the cars, but try to prevent it, work with the insurance companies on that. It's kind of a national thing that's happening to everybody. So you're fighting with the insurance companies. It's endless time and resources. When you look at it from a business point of view, our insurance rates have almost doubled. So for these bigger stores, that's a lot of money. Okay, car gets stolen, call in insurance, police reports, all that stuff. Doesn't get recovered, you get the value of the car. If it does, you get 60% of the value. So if it's smashed, this, that.
They're damaging the electrical system to tear out any trackers.
When you talk to car thieves, it's a common thought process that what they are doing is largely a victimless crime because, well, the insurance companies will pay for it anyways. To see if this is true, we spoke to Muhammad, a Milwaukee insurance agent, to see how car theft impacts the common man.
I would say that majority of Milwaukee consumers have seen a rate increase, and it is due into factor of, stolen vehicles, theft on personal property, mainly just overall the inflation of the vehicle. So again, it all ties into a part. I've known friends and family who've had their vehicles stolen. I personally had my vehicle broken into multiple times in certain parts of the town. It's not something you really want to deal with on a day-to-day basis. It kind of ruins your day, ruins your week. But it's unfortunately the life that we live in. Of the aftermath, if their car gets stolen, and they can't make ends meet, they can't get to work, they can't take their kids to school. That's a lot of stress for a person to kind of deal with. If you're getting evicted, again, you have rent that's got to get paid. You have bills that need to get paid.
Bills do need to get paid.
Your means of
Indeed.
getting to from point A to point B, theft and vandalism and cars being stolen, that affects the whole community as a whole.
And I'll tell you this, 110%, they are not fingerprinting these cars when they're recovering. They are not even attempting to figure out who took them. If they're not catching them in the moment, it's one of those things, let it go. A lot of officers just give up. They'll see me going past them 140 and they pull out and then they pull right over because they're like, what's the point? I'm going to lose my job if I even chase them. This car took off during the pandemic. Everybody was bored and, Hellcats are not hard for me to take. I even carry a red key everywhere I go just so I can get all the HD of the car. But if I don't, I got regulars. Like I just got them. And my biggest, no, I can get these, the thing is, I can get these from the company. But they're selling it to me without a license. I don't understand how that's possible.
Even the stuff we have to provide to them.
Yeah.
Proof of ownership, copies of title.
I've never been outside. This tablet is literally registered to an address in North Korea in the company website.
North Korea?
Yes.
Kim Jong-un in on this, or what?
I mean, you can make the address 123 suck my and taken. Father's Day, I caught a guy who was eating crabs. And I felt bad about it. That's why I stepped away from the kid thinking, I'm like, we're crossing a line here now. Because obviously, in a lot of people's mentality, it's the dealership's not suffering. Screw the man, But to me, I understand the consequences of it all. And see, the other thing is, I didn't even bring the other device. There's a device that somebody gifted it to me. He sent it to me from free. It's a $3,000 device. I can take any Toyota or Lexus through the headlight. If you start noticing your vehicles are being damaged and they're ripping the headlights off or ripping the bumpers, they're trying to access the plug, the harness for the headlight. You can brute force it through that. We're called a CAN bus attack.
What?
Yeah, he gifted it to me.
How much money do you stand to make in a year?
I mean, I have to make $1,000 a month, but what you're losing in the process between family time and you're risking your freedom, like I almost just lost my life. Took a metal rod through the shin, in the police chase.
He said,
took a
metal rod?
In the police chase. Viciously took a metal rod through the shin. In a truck, I was in an RST, and I was being chased by police. And then we were doing 100 and those trucks are limited at 101. We were doing 101 through high street roads and then I took a metal rod right through the shin and you can see it's so wet. So what you're risking and it's not worth it whatsoever. If I could walk away from all this and be in a position to where I'm making even just a regular average salary, that's beautiful to me. I go home to my daughter every night, hug her and kiss her and never think about this again. Most people, they're buying them and then they're sitting on them, they're ordering the stickers, the titles, cleaning them up, and then either they're sending them to other countries or they're sending them back to Carvana. That's the big move right now. Carvana and CarMax.
So basically, you're putting your life at risk right now for between 80 and 120K a year?
A year, really.
Felix was not done stealing cars. He wanted to get some more action. So we headed to another dealership with more selection to see what he could do. Here's what he stole next.
Damn, he just going in. He just pulling up to him to hit licks. We finna watch a live lick.
How many dealerships can you hit?
Oh, I can hit like 4 or 5. My personal record was like 15 cars in 1 day.
So that means you have to have a stash house relatively close.
You have to, usually like 20-30 minutes is pretty good distance. If they have 2 entrances, it's no good. They wanna operate on a one-way in and one-way out type of thing. Because if not, you see all this is basically slim pickings. Like all that stuff, there's not anywhere near the building, and another come in and just grab this and take off. They're not even gonna trigger. See, there's no motion sensors. There's no sensors right here or a gate that's stopping me or nothing. All it is too far for those cameras to even recognize. So anything in this back lot right here would be easily like that. I like
Wow.
this is money right here.
So how's the security on this dealership? Are those cameras up there?
No. That's all for lighting and like this is probably one of the worst dealerships I've seen in terms of the only thing that's saving them is that a lot of these are Fords. There's no security, there's no loudspeakers back here that deter anybody. I basically get dropped off right in that parking lot, walk into here and hang out in this lot for hours on end and they wouldn't even know. And see, this is, to me, this is like a wet dream. Like, we find this many Chevy trucks in this one spot. It's unheard of. So this, like, why is this sitting right here?
He said, why is this sitting?
Can you take that?
Oh, yeah, 100%. See, it's so far from the building, he's not even gonna know I busted his window and I'm in this court right taking it. He's not gonna know.
Sure.
Has this spot ever been hit by car thieves?
Yeah, a couple of times. We had some test drives pull right off and, you know, go get the windows tinted. And so it usually happens more if we...
Test drive? Don't people go with you test drive?
Customers and then just send them on their way. You know, they take off from the dealer plate. Yeah, it happens. A Hellcat, you know, right next to our showroom. It was a 1,000 horsepower Hellcat, and 5 in the morning they came and broke the windows, tried to get in it, but yeah, they couldn't get it started, so they left it. So.
Yeah, because it takes too long to program the key. I'm the guy who's usually hitting your lots, taking your guys' stuff, to be honest with you.
So is it worth it?
Not at all. But it's a cycle, what can I say? I'm basically somebody addicted to fentanyl, except I got more comprehension of what I'm doing.
That nigga's smart.
You know, it's good people trying to cope with things, or trying to provide, or trying to do different things, and I would venture to say that this is almost an addict mindset. It's some of it's adrenaline, some of it's they don't feel like there's any other way. It's easy to some people. A lot of it's addiction for whatever they're doing it for.
You know, I carry everything, like, if that would have been me taking that Hellcat would have been gone. And they would have never seen it. Those are rookies.
Okay.
Just to be honest with you. I can take anything in this lot if I want to, if I really want to. It's not a challenge. And I got track hawk keys.
You got everything.
I got everything you can think of. This ain't nothing. I got a bag at home with 35 keys. Just like, this is what I carry for fun. Just in case I come across a Hellcat. Is that a Scout over there? Yeah, see? I would not be deterred by the daylight one bit. I would take that broad day.
You would take something from this dealership?
Nigga said broad daylight.
Especially, respectfully, after meeting their employees, I know they're not going to chase me. They're not going to try to stop me. So I would take that literally right out the line, drive it out the line, wave at them as I'm leaving.
How is it not
These niggas are he's eating emotes on these niggas.
Like if I came here and they were wearing cowboy hats and cowboy boots, I wouldn't fuck with them. Because I'm like, oh, they're gonna shoot me.
A good car thief will know the quality of the police force and
That
the local
nigga's
chase laws
crazy.
just as well as they know the cars they are taking. For example, in Maryland, where the courts are more likely to go after an officer for a high-speed chase gone wrong, and therefore less pursuits happen, or New York, a state that has a bail system that allows most criminals to get out of jail for just about any crime, are places that car thieves like to hit. But Georgia, where Georgia State Police are known for chasing car thieves to oftentimes brutal and fatal conclusions with their pit maneuvers, or Indiana, where the police have a reputation for doggedly pursuing criminals, these are places that car thieves fear.
Oh yeah, I'm
respect,
not getting in a police chase. Fuck
With
that.
that being said, there is no question that a high-speed chase, while it may deter some car thieves, it is a great danger to civilians in the area.
Any car can get taken, but it's the amount of time that takes into getting it. Like these Ram trucks, I can take those, but they take like 4 or 5 minutes. But the GM trucks, I can start in 30 seconds.
This is pretty crazy. I watch you every fucking video.
I appreciate you. Did you think it was this easy?
I've seen like the Kia Boy tutorials, you know, the USB drive, but I definitely like to see what it's like in an American car.
What's going through your mind right now?
This is crazy. is you don't see nothing like this. You know, it's kind of cool to see it actually happening in the process.
This nigga is showing you how he steal y'all cars.
Yeah, this is perfect one. And look, now I'm gonna show you guys the big boy pad. It doesn't make no difference, but it's the same thing. Basically a more upgraded version of the tab I already showed you. That's called IMMO. That's basically the immobilizer. That's what controls the whole key system and everything. And see, the thing is, you can go America. If I'm getting ready to hit this home, I come, I hit GM, and then look for the model. You're going to be manual selection, GMC, and then Sierra 1500. That's it right here. 2017 to 2020. Smart key because it's push to start, and then boom. Basically now I'm ready to go. All I gotta do is plug up into the car and I'm ready to go. Most times I'd already be ready. I wouldn't be clicking buttons here. I would have already been preset in the front and just pull up. And it's the same thing. You're just accessing the immobilizer of the car. You're adding a key. So what you're doing is this car works on a system to add a key. So when that pin is red, instead of continuing the process, we're going to immediately start the car. And that's the glitch. So this pin's going to read, the car's going to recognize we're doing something to it. It's going to look for internet. And so basically once it reads that pin, you're going to immediately start this car. And so when you're in the moment, this feels like an eternity. You're like, oh, why is this thing not hurrying up? See, there you go. Look. And that's it. So this pin's going to read, the car's going to recognize we're doing something to it. It's going to look for internet. And so basically once it reads that pin, you're going to immediately start this car. And so when you're in the moment,
This nigga is
like
crazy, bro.
Like, oh, why is this thing not hurrying up? See, there you go. Look.
Shit got no gas, nigga?
And I could do another one.
You can put no gas in your car?
Basically, the situation is too hot. And,
Niggas instantly gotta go to the gas station, they buy that.
It's really, that's kind of all it is, man. And I could do
Nigga gave him a water.
as many times as I want, basically. Like, there's no limit to it. The system's never gonna lock up. I could drive this car with just this pad and not anything else. Like,
is it illegal to have that pad?
No. Most states don't even have laws about owning this without a locksmith in
The technology is farther ahead than the legal system is.
100%.
So right now there's a window of time.
Whatever it's because this company, a lot of the companies that build these type of products, they've already implemented systems to how to keep people from getting this that aren't supposed to. This company specifically does not care. They will sell to a 5-year-old if they got the money. And this thing is 2023 and the update's coming out. So 2024 is literally 2 months away. I mean, you could do $1 million in cars a week off of a tab like this. I think this video is gonna force
You go,
manufacturers
what? How old is this video, Tommy G? What the hell?
The manufacturers gotta be the one to step up like they had to do with the Kias and send out the update for free and fix this.
Why aren't the manufacturers stepping up?
If you want my honest opinion, I think because they're making money. Either way, the cars are getting sold. Dealers taking the loss. If it was them taking the loss, they wouldn't be as hip to happy with this happening. The only time they care is when we go to the warehouses, like where the manufacturing plants, and we're taking them out the plant because then they're losing. But when it's dealers, the dealer's gonna, hey, I need a replacement for these cars because they still want to sell them and make their money. So they're getting double the sales if you think about it. If this dealership was located in Michigan or Ohio, you would have people running into it broad day. The only reason it's not happening is because this is more of a rural area. Yeah, it's not gonna take long.
Are you ready to give him some consulting information in his office?
Oh yeah, let's go for it. So I have some ideas for you to protect your dealership.
Alright, what do you got for me? 'Cause I need it.
I think the number one thing is keeping the better inventory to the front. I think either way customers coming into the lot are going to be gravitated towards the front of the building anyways.
When you say better inventory,
The nicer stuff, like anything that's SS, Z01s.
That is beautiful. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sure you guys don't get truck hops as much anymore.
Okay.
Oh, you got two there? I'm definitely surprised because those are a hot commodity in this community.
okay, Durangos too, right?
Yeah. Oh, the 392 Durangos too, even then they love it. They love
You
it.
say at the front, not at the front of
Like
the
right
wall.
by the sidewalk, yeah, but right in front of the building because anybody can walk up and not trigger those cameras on those sidewalks. I could do it. I could army crawl basically halfway through your lot and your camera wouldn't even see me. That and exploring OBD 2-port locks. You can find them and get a specific key mode so they're kind of all matching so you don't have to keep a million and one keys. Again, see the thing about this community is it's like a rumor mill, so as soon as they know, they're never going to touch any of your dealerships again, just out of fear.
So the first time we got hit, at one of our stores, they took the 6 cars.
Yeah, they can prepare it. They can prepare it.
Yeah, they had the Trackhawk and Durango both filled with people.
Yeah.
Grabbed all of our stuff.
That's their move.
Yeah. And then we had guys overnight, security guards that were spent a bunch of money that we had wait there.
Oh, yeah.
And about when we stopped, because that's why we thought maybe there was an inside guy. And about when we stopped, really, like, we got over it. It's over. Pay fine. 2 weeks by. Bam! They hit us again. Wi-Fi.
Damn.
Security lock.
They said security's gone. Smacked them again. That is crazy.
So you as a dealer couldn't buy one and turn it on because if your neighbor tries to call 911, they can't call 911.
Can't get caught
If
lacking.
you're a criminal, I can just buy it and turn it on and all your security cameras are closed. Right? So that's the other thing. I mean, you can get in more sophisticated, like hardwiring cameras for video feed, but straight hardwiring. No more wireless, no more internet, none of that, because the internet is susceptible to power outages. So if all your security features are Bluetooth and wireless, the minute that camera comes on, none of it's working. I think my biggest fear is secondary trackers. All day. Especially ones you worry about. That's what scares me to death. Secondary trackers that are wired to the car. Not anything like Apple tags. Apple tags are useless. Tile, useless. Any of that junk, useless. Get brick house security boxes that are magnetic that stick to the underside of the car, or LoJack that's hardwired into the vehicle. And make sure when they install it, they put it somewhere that's not immediately underneath the steering wheel, because that's the first place anybody's going to check. Yeah, but if you put it somewhere wired into the trunk or into the engine bay, they're not thinking in the moment, and that, I think, people give law enforcement enough time, because most law enforcement want to stop this.
Yeah, for sure.
But what can they do when they just find a car abandoned in the middle of nowhere and there's no information about this? LoJack will give them the history of how these cars are traveling, where they're going, and ultimately I think it's going to show that most of these cars are ending up at other dealerships to steal other cars.
So just basically all the stuff that we're trying to do, just be smarter about it.
Yeah, really, because you got to also remember, they're watching you. They're always going to be watching. They only got to be right one time. You got to be right every time. That's the biggest.
This nigga gave this nigga the sauce, boy. Get this nigga a job. A good job.
Sent in leads on those cars. We can't test drove those cars. Fake IDs. It's never ending.
Daniel?
Richie D, you driving?
I am.
We got you on speakerphone with Tommy and Felix. He's been super helpful thus far. I explained who you guys were, or who you were for us. We've gone over all the questions that you've had. We've gone over, showed how they steal a bunch of different kind of cars. We got a lot of good stuff, and he's been more than helpful. So I just don't know if there's anything else that you may want to ask him, or
Because it's a cat and mouse game is what it really is. It's every time we figure out what they're doing or what anybody doing to steal it, we try to change things up. How are they getting the inside information of what we're doing?
Manufacturer, they're the number one guilty of this. They're literally, basically their owner manuals are how-to guide how to remove OnStar. Every year an owner manual will come out. If I'm second guessing myself about GPS technology, I'm looking at the owner's manual, or I'm researching online about the car.
I've noticed recently, instead of going to like the Hellcats, the Chargers, Challengers, Durangos, all that stuff, I've seen a lot of Camaros.
It's because I can take a Camaro without having to use a bypass. Are you familiar with how Mopars are taken? We have to tear out the glove compartment and then pull the carpet, and it gives us
This nigga is smart as shit.
Bypass.
Like, how do you do this?
On Mopar, you need to use a bypass. Most kids don't know how to do it. A Camaro or Corvette, it can just be plugged into the OBD2 and started like that. Like if you were here, I could show you basically how easy GM is to, we call it glitching.
What are they doing with most of these vehicles? Are they re-vinning them?
Yeah, it's usually re-vans, and we call them fake t-shirts. They're called fake t-shirts. Or you call them t-shirts. If somebody's saying, oh, I got the stickers in a t-shirt done, it means they did the stickers in the title for the car. What they're doing is they're selling them on Facebook Marketplace to unsuspecting people who are buying them, thinking the titles are good. They're going to register them, and then it's coming back shaky, either a week later, a month later, who knows. But somebody's getting screwed in the process,
Thanks for coming out, talking to Danny and everything. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's tough, man.
Beautiful.
Facebook Marketplace. That shit just scarred me from you. I'm not gonna lie.
Talking about community of car thieves.
What percentage of dealership cars you encounter would you say are just unlocked like this?
too many. Like at least 70%.
Because some dealers do it that way.
Yeah, they leave it like that on purpose.
So their windows don't get broken?
No, and then like I said, that's just enough.
Easier to show the car.
Yeah.
Just so they don't have salesmen losing keys, wasting time.
Yeah, because you got to think if the salesman loses the key, they got to get it replaced. Yeah. You guys don't keep a locksmith on car dealer, so you got to talk to them. So if you put an OBD blocker on that, they're not taking this car. You see that little cord right there? That's what I'm plugging into to take this car.
How much does that cost?
OBD blocker? Well, it could be like $20. If you buy a really nice one, maybe 30. But you see how easy it is to plug up? If they block those, it's over.
And you don't see this changing going forward?
Especially learning what I learned today, I really don't. Unless the manufacturers get involved, unless they have specific ways, or again, even like he was talking about how easy it is to buy the tablets, how easy it is to buy the keys. Unless that stuff tightens up, other than putting $1 million+ fences, things like that, I don't see it changing, no, unfortunately.
I mean, for your lot, buy the OBS blocker, ODS, whatever it's called.
Story update on Felix. He called me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, mission went wrong. The house I was staying at got kicked in by the U.S. Marshals. They took my friend, and this was, let's say, a Friday, and he thinks, hey, by Monday, I'm going to be on the list too. I got to get out of the country. And initially how we were trying to end this story is actually get him hired. And this was, let's say, a Friday, and he thinks, hey, by the U.S. Marshals, hey, mission went wrong. The house I was staying at got kicked in a couple weeks ago and said, hey, mission went wrong. The house I was staying at got kicked in by the U.S. Marshals. They took my friend, and this was, let's say, a Friday, and he thinks, hey, by Monday, I'm going to be on the list too. I got to get out of the country. And initially how we were trying to end this story is actually get him hired by Dan and Kuna's Auto Group and maybe put him in a security role. And he was very excited about that. But I don't even know if he's in the country anymore. He hasn't really been answering my call. You know, last conversation he had, he said,
Damn, got his daughter.
Protect my identity. I know you'll do a good job. We're going to call Dan and deliver the bad news that, you know, there isn't necessarily going to be a happy ending to the story that we know.
Nigga, Frank
What's
got.
happening, man? How you doing?
Oh, good. Not bad.
Okay, so one is the story isn't going to have as good of an ending as we thought. I know that initially we were brainstorming, you know, how could we get Felix a new start, a new beginning, and I thought I was very impressed that you'd even consider that, given his background and given your business. So I was very impressed with you by that, but he told me about a couple of weeks ago that a mission went wrong and that his friend got grabbed by U.S. Marshals and likely he would be as well. And so I don't know if he's in the country. Yeah, I don't know if he's on the run, I think. So I don't know if he's still in the country or where he is, but he told me to tell you, like, he appreciates the opportunity and that he doesn't think it's gonna be working out like that, like we may have hoped.
Well, if something changes, because I did talk to people about it, you know, like logistically, what would we do? How would we do it? Why would we do it? And, you know, we kind of came up with a way he could have been useful, and we love to help those people if we can, if they want to change, you know.
You know what? And I don't know about you, but I got the genuine impression from him that he was just looking for a way out. And
it's tough,
and that's
man.
why we pushed the issue, because at first everybody in my organization
That
was
is
like, well, why
tough.
would we do that? Like,
yeah.
Do you think he's just gonna do this again, or if he's not making the money he wants, is he just gonna do it again? I'm like, I don't believe so. I don't think it's about money for him. It was in the start. It's not now. I'm sure you're gonna make the money where you can, but if he's got a fresh start, a fresh life, and he's making relatively decent money that he can provide for his family, I think that's what he's really trying to do.
Exactly.
Just tell him I'm praying for him. Tell him I'm here. You know, tell him everything happens for a reason, and I believe that.
We'll be in touch, man, and have yourself a great rest of your day, okay?
Me and Tommy, thanks. We'll talk more.
Yep, take care, bye-bye. So, folks, that's it. I genuinely hope Felix can have an opportunity to have a good, safe life. So, appreciate Dan for letting us into his dealerships. That was very brave of him. Most dealership owners said no when I asked. And I appreciate Felix for coming out here to show us that, because that was a great risk to himself. So,
Thanks.
I hope you learned a lot. I hope you were entertained. I'll see you guys next week.
Damn, man, that's crazy, man. Let me know what you think about down below with the $3 20,000 expense. CDottyYT, man. Hopefully that man. I don't know, man. That nigga, damn, that's tough. I'm out this.